All right, gents, we've got Mr. Richard Day on the Zoom. He's very kindly hopped on. He's got a great testimonial to share. We're filming this on January the 10th, but he actually finished his 12 weeks 2 days before Christmas, December 23rd. He's got a great result to explain to everyone. Richard, how did you get on in your first 12 weeks?
Yeah, it did really well. It was 20 pounds down in the 12 weeks, which
Yes.
was just fantastic. I've got to say, really, really pleased. Um, Initially, I was like, yeah, can you really do it? And it was just following the process, really. And for me, it's logging everything, and I'm still doing it now, even after I'm 103 days in, consecutive days logging everything. And I keep a spreadsheet as well, so every week I'll update that, and it just keep me on track. And over Christmas, put a few pounds on as we all did. And today, weighed myself, and I'm back to where I was just before Christmas.
It's
So
amazing, you've got a method that you can still enjoy life.
yeah,
So just tell everyone, what was the starting weight? Where did you start?
251.
251 down to 231. And what's the
Yeah,
final, where do you want to get to long term?
long term, I want to get to 210. The
210. So
the
another
next
20 pounds or so to go
yeah
there. Huh?
yeah the next milestone is 224,
Yeah.
and then down to 210. So that's the 224 is the next target. Rather than focusing too far in the distance, I just want to focus on that.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
yeah,
Well, look,
well
tell
on the
everyone
way.
that's watching this. So hopefully, a few guys will be watching this. Tell us how you were feeling before, to the difference of how you feel now. Just 20 pounds down. I know you've got more to go, but I know you've had some great improvements in how you feel, haven't you?
Yeah, physically a lot better. There was a point after about 3 or 4 weeks where I was walking, because the walking's something I've done all the while,
Mhm.
and I felt lighter. And it's hard to explain, but I felt physically lighter on the feet, which was lovely. And the time I really noticed is when I hopped on an exercise bike, and it's like a Peloton, so the incline was going up and the resistance was going up, so you had to stand up. A year ago, standing up 2 stone, because I lost a bit before this, but 2 stone heavier, I was really struggling. Whereas now I can stand up on the bike, pedal hard, and it's not such an effort. So yeah, just makes me feel so physically so much better, but psychologically so much better as well. The pleasure, I never thought I'd get pleasure out of throwing out a 300 pound suit, or a belt, or a pair of jeans.
I told you guys it's going to cost you a lot. I tell you all at the beginning, it's going to cost you a lot in clothing. There's a few
Uh,
guys in the group moaning right now. They've got two or three wardrobes later. So tell me about that. So what size were you before and what size are you now?
Well, the waist on the trousers was 40 inch, and it was a bit snug. Down to 38, and they're a bit loose, but I'm too tight to buy another wardrobe, so I'm just waiting until that extra. Once I get down to the 224, then I'll probably invest in a few more. I'm just doing the belts up as tight as I can, but I've only now got one belt that has got a hole left in it to go. So the rest I'm on the last hole, and it's still a bit slack. So psychologically, that just puts me in a good place. And having people gone, went up to the head office this week, and numerous people just said how different I looked, and they'd not quite clocked it before. I hadn't really noticed it coming in, having not seen him for a month, and that just makes you feel good. Just makes you feel really good in the effort. And truth, it's not even an effort now, because it's a lifestyle. We don't The way we cook, we talk about what we're eating, we're planning what we're eating in the evenings, and it's with the protein and everything in mind. And I'm now probably around 1,500 calories a day, and I'm not hungry. I'm just planning
Amazing.
at
Because your
breakfast,
protein's really
lunch.
high, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and it's good. The exercise, probably not where I want to get to. That's the next bit for me, is really pushing hard on the exercise, but time and everything else has been against me, and that's a bit of an excuse. But at least the diet control and the minimum of 10,000 steps a day has kept me on track. So there's another level to go yet.
Well, tell me a little bit about what your daughter said. You overheard her. You texted me this, and you said
Yeah.
you overheard her something about he's the slimmest he's been, or something. Well, tell everyone what you.
Yeah, yeah. The girls came around the weekend before Christmas, and we were doing like a Christmas dinner, and I was doing it on the barbecue, so I was in and out of the kitchen, and I walk around the table. My eldest daughter had turned around to my youngest and her partner and just said, "I can't remember seeing Dad look so slim." And my daughter's coming up 35, and she can't remember me being this size. And A, I was pleased, and B, I thought, God, I've been overweight for far too long.
How did
So
that make you feel then when you hear
no,
something? Because she didn't mean she didn't think you heard her, did she?
no, 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 she didn't realise I did
Right.
because
Okay.
I
So
was
how did that
walking
make you
away.
feel? It must have felt amazing, didn't it?
It's probably the one comment in this whole journey. really sort of got me there. It was just, it was lovely to hear. It really was lovely to hear because it was genuine. She weren't trying to blow smoke up my backside.
That's the
It was
difference. It wasn't
genuine.
just saying, "Oh, Dad, you look good." She said
Yeah,
it
yeah,
with you being in
yeah,
earshot, as far as she was concerned. Yeah.
yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, she just didn't think I'd heard her. So no, it was good. It was good.
Oh, that's amazing. So look. I know you've tried different things before. Most people have. What was it that we did that worked so well? What combination? I know obviously we're tracking.
Yeah,
We've got the group. There's a lot of activity going in the WhatsApp group, isn't
there's a
there?
lot.
There's the
There's a lot of
modules,
activity
the
in there.
feedback form, the video coaching, the one-to-one, the group. What was the element? What worked well for you?
I think there's two words that really stick with me, resonate with me. There's education, which is what you gave me in the first part of setting the whole plan up, and then the motivation, which came from different things, whether it be the group, yourself, looking at the modules, and it just hooked me. And then that first few weeks, you have the big surge on the first week, and you say, "Oh, it's great! I'm going to lose 2 stone in a fortnight." But then you realise it levels off. But it's just the education and knowing and tracking what goes in and the energy you're expelling. So education, motivation for me were the two things.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So another
And
20 pounds to go. You know
yeah,
exactly what you're doing. It's just a case of rinse and repeat, isn't it? And I always say to
yeah,
people, people are waiting for the sort of the magical silver bullet. But as you know, and I say from day one, there's
mm,
nothing magical in it. It's really just doing the
no,
very basic things, rinse and repeat, almost boring, almost monotonous in a certain way, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. There are times you think, oh, it can be, and there are times you have a bit of a dip, and you think, oh, is it really worth it? And then I just relate to those comments and how I feel, and the clothes are getting smaller, and I'm looking at clothes which I couldn't look at before because they just didn't do them in my size, and well, they probably did, but I would look rubbish in them. And it's just sticking with it, following the process, believing in it. And the thing with me, I'm not a very patient person. I've always wanted instant results. And whereas this, I know it's not instant, and it is it's a lifestyle. This is just a way of living now. It's not it's not fad. It's not. I'm not on a diet at all. It is just the way we eat,
Did
the
I
way
ever,
we
did
live.
I ever tell you to cut any foods out at all?
No, not at all. And we've, I mean, alcohol was a thing for me that I really enjoyed. Haven't cut it out completely, but cut it right down. And if I was to try and drink now, what I would have drunk in a normal weekday, even, I can't handle it. And it makes me feel rubbish the next day. So I just don't do it. Well, might have a glass
Also,
of wine.
also because you know the value of the calories and you know what it's doing to you, it's that
Yeah,
little bit of knowledge and education. You
definitely.
realize what you're drinking for, it's not giving you the benefit that you think it's going to get.
No,
And then you realize, well, hang on, not only am I affecting my health, I'm actually making myself fatter here, aren't I? Because I've got all
yeah,
those dead calories. Yeah.
exactly. So, and there's not really anything I've missed. I think we've had one takeaway, I think, since we started 3.5, 4 months ago, one Chinese, and I didn't enjoy it. I've
But you
got to
felt like
say,
shit next day,
I
didn't you?
did. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. And we've cooked some great stuff, and it's just looking at the recipes and just doing it from scratch, enjoying the process of preparing, cooking, and eating it.
Yeah.
And I may have a glass of wine with it, but that glass of wine will be measured and it will be monitored and it will be part of the calorie intake. And
Absolutely.
when
And it's
when you want to,
conscious. It's conscious, and it's
yeah,
not you're making a wise decision. I always tell people there's nothing off limits. If you want to go and have a load of booze, load of food,
yeah,
it's when people don't understand the implications of that and then feel guilty that they've blown their diet. There's no you
yeah,
just overeat, overdrink, cool, we're all humans, it's going to happen at some
yeah,
point. But own that decision and then just
yeah.
crack on the next day as if nothing's happened.
Well,
It's the way to do it.
we had exactly that. We had a great event on New Year's Eve. Ate well, not badly, but well. Drank far too much from lunchtime to about 1 o'clock in the morning. Had a great night. Felt a bit rough for about 2 hours in the morning, but then the few days after that, you're back on track. And sort of 2 weeks later or whatever, a week later, then we're back on it. So it was really good and thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm not getting any of the guilt. I'm not feeling bad about anything I do because, like you say, it's all measured and you know what you're doing.
That's it, my man. Well, Richard, I'm so glad it's been you've been a great client in the group. I'm so glad that the result you got the result you wanted and you know where to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Last sort of question, and I kind of know the answer already. Would you say it's been a great investment on your part coming into the program?
Oh, totally. Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. Life changing. Life changing.
Life changing. Chaps, you heard it here first, Mr. Richard Day on the Zoom, life-changing. Guys, if you want to have a conversation with me, book a call. Here's the best way to do that. Starts with a 15-minute call that me and Richard had sort of 3 or 4 months ago now. Go to www.gavgillibrand.com/book a call, all one word, book a call. We'll grab 15 minutes. I'll tell you exactly what I do with the chaps in the group. You won't believe me. You won't believe it's that simple, but it really is. I'll give you a plan to walk away with. But if you need some more support, we can look at what it looks like coming into the program. Richard, you've been an absolute gent, my man.
Brilliant.
Thank you for your time. I know you're a busy man.
Pleasure, Gav.
See you soon.
Appreciate it. Cheers.